Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos. I'm going to start this project off today with this little tobacco basket that I got at Dollar General. I'm going to start by painting the basket with a light blue color. It's like a robin's egg blue, and I'm going to put 2 coats and go over the whole entire basket. So I did the front and the back and then all of the slats, and it was a little on the tedious side. Probably would have used spray paint if I was able to, but it's just done nothing but rain here for the last couple of days. And I really liked this color and couldn't find one that was close in a spray paint color, so I decided to hand paint it. So I put on my favorite TV show and got painting. Once it was all finished painting, I set it aside so it would fully dry. And then I got this rooster from Walmart, and I'm going to give the rooster a coat of white paint. And I ended up doing 2 coats, I believe, on this. Just making sure that it was fully covered. I'm getting all of the pieces of it even around all the edges. Once I had it fully painted, I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to start by putting it on this tail piece. And just get a nice coat of Mod Podge on there. And making sure that it's nice and even, and I'm getting the edges really well. And trying not to get it on anywhere else. And then I'm going to take this napkin that I got from a follower. I'm going to use a couple pieces of tape to pull those plies apart. And this was a 2-ply, so I had to keep pulling it apart, or 3-ply. And then I'm going to lay this design onto the tail part. Just kind of smooth it out with my hands. You could use the iron method if you want. And I'm just going to smooth that out. And then I'm going to take a pair of scissors and just cut off this excess that's around the tail while that dries. Make it a little bit easier to work with this. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the wing and the same thing on the little crest on the top. So I'm just going to add a little bit of Mod Podge to that, and then lay the napkin on there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the wing. So just adding some more Mod Podge. And this is why I was saying to be careful where you put the Mod Podge and how much you put on. That's why I'm using such a small brush, because I don't want it to go over onto his body or her body, its body. And then once I have that on there, I'm going to, again, lay the design piece that I want on the wing, smooth it out with my fingers, and then, again, just cut off the excess just to make things easier to work with. Once it was fully dry, I'm going to take a nail file and file off all of the excess napkin. So just using this nail file to go through the whole thing, and making sure that I get off all that excess and all the edges are nice and smooth. And this will also help me get around the wing and the tail and the crest easier. And if you happen to sand and you sand off any of the white parts on the body while you're sanding, you can go ahead and just touch that right back up. I ended up having to touch up a few spots. Once I have that all sanded, I am going to take these 2 cubes from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to set those inside the basket, and I had these painted white. So I put 1 on each of the slats, and then I'm going to glue this to it. I'm just going to glue my little rooster right onto it. That way there he kind of sticks out from the back of the basket. Once I have that all done, I'm going to take some Spanish moss, and I'm going to stick that into the bottom of the basket, and then just cut off any wiry pieces that I have. And I did end up putting a little bit of glue just to make sure that that doesn't fall out. And again, just trimming it all up and kind of getting it where I want. Once I have that all arranged, I'm going to take these flowers that I got from, I want to say Dollar General too. And I'm just going to kind of slide those into the Spanish moss. And then I'm going to take this bow that I made. It's just a plain white bow made out of like a silk. And this is from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to put that right on top of the Spanish moss in between those flowers. And then I'm going to take some more of this ribbon. And I am going to cut a nice long piece of it. And I'm going to slide that right through the center slat here. And arrange it so it's nice and flat. And then I'm going to just pull it together, and then I'm going to tie the top in a knot. Kind of decide how high I want my hanger, and that's where I'm going to put the knot, and then I'm going to cut off the excess. And that is it. This project is finished. I think this turned out so super cute. I absolutely love Shabby Chic decor, and I think this is perfect. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to make one, and as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.